What's going on, guys? Magdallan here. Today I would like to talk about 4 or 5 different things that I think could be improved in Torchlight Infinite that would really impact my day-to-day play experience. I've got quite a few hours in the game now, and while these might not be the most important things to be addressed or changed in the game, they are things that I find myself routinely thinking about and being inconvenienced by. So the first thing is, if we go to start a map here, it doesn't display the name of the compass anywhere that I can see. And so you kind of have to go through and look at the mods that it adds. And then sometimes if there's a lot of mods on the map, I think it just fills up and doesn't display anything. And so you don't actually know what you're doing. I can't confirm that, but what I can confirm is there's not readily available information about which compass I'm using. And I think it could be displayed up here, or there could be a regular tooltip, but the way that I have to do it now, since I haven't memorized the order of these, is to just kind of go through and then I read over here. Unless I know exactly which one I'm going to use ahead of time and I know how many of them I have, then I can kind of just come through. But it would be nice to have more information displayed on this page. Speaking of tooltips, the second thing is, and I think probably tons of people have mentioned this, and I would argue this actually is pretty important, the tooltips should not be coming up when you're just running around in maps trying to do stuff. And you can get your mouse caught on it as well, and sometimes I've died to that. So it would be awesome if that would be changed. And then inversely, it would be nice if there were hover over tooltips on the bag page. And if I click a weapon here, the tooltips are kind of huge, and the only way to get rid of them is to kind of click over here. If you push escape, you lose the whole page and have to come back in. And so if I want to go through a bunch of different items, I have to come through like this and click on each one, and oh, that didn't work. I got to find another place to click. So this is another thing that I think just some functionality changes maybe, and some hover over tooltips, maybe some resizing would make this a much more pleasant experience to deal with. And then a tiny thing is the list page doesn't respond to escape or spacebar, even though spacebar is supposed to close all pages. It does respond to the tab key, and so it would be nice if this would behave more like the other pages do. And then another thing is, if we go back into the bag, if I look up this item, maybe I want to come through and I want it to have that item level and this mod. I can see there's a bunch of them listed, but I don't see any way that I can just get to the auction house without closing this out and then having to go in through the advanced search interface on the auction house and basically reconstruct the item from memory or from a screenshot. Again, if I'm just missing something here, by all means, let me know in the comments, because you'll be saving me a bunch of time. But from what I can see, you basically have to do this, and that's completely independent from, going to the actual auction house interface and searching for something. So it would be cool if that would be changed. And then the last thing is this should be click through. I think a huge portion of the player base for this game has to be people coming from Path of Exile, and I have thousands of hours of motor memory when I'm mapping of wanting to push tab and look at the map and then put it away and keep going. And I can't do that in this game, and it causes quite a bit of friction. And I don't see any reason that this would be all you would need to do, and it actually already works. If you just use right click, you can still drag the map around. And so why not just allow left click to be, click through, and then right click, move the map around, tab turning it on and off, and it would be way less intrusive in the game experience to actually pull up the full-size map and be able to more easily see where you are. And I guess on that note, it would be pretty dope if they moved the mini-map to the other side of the screen, like most games that I've played. I'm not sure why it's over here. I guess, yeah, that's it. I don't know why that's there. I assume there's some reason, but it would be cool if it was an option. I could put it over here. And then as a bonus thing, because this isn't really an improvement on an existing system, it would be sort of a feature they could implement. I would love it if there was a currency panel right here that I could just click, one of these little buttons, that would tell me how many flame elementium do I have, how many embers of important types. You could even, have a thing of like a list of recently picked up important items that you've auto-looted. Maybe it could be customizable, i.e. if you want to track, how many of some specific, type of currency or beacon or something that you're picking up. It would be nice if that was a thing that existed in the game. I don't know how feasible that would be to create, but I find that it's pretty inconvenient to have to go all the way through and actually scroll down and see how many FE that I have on hand. It would just be really nice if I could boop and see how much I have. Other than that, I think there's a lot of things that they've done really well with the, particularly considering that it's a mobile game, that they're, cross-platforming in real time here. I think there's a lot of stuff they did right, but those are just a few of the things that I think could be pretty quickly improved and that would make the play experience a lot smoother and lead to people wanting to play the game for even longer. So yeah, that's about it, and I will be back soon with either an update on this build or some kind of news on what build I'm going to be doing next. And so yeah, if you're enjoying the content, please do hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. I appreciate you.